back, folks. I have a new moon eclipse video for you, and this new moon eclipse is in Gemini, conjunct Mercury retrograde. The fact that Mercury is in conjunction with this new moon eclipse in Gemini is extremely important because Mercury rules Gemini. This is an unbelievably mercurial new moon eclipse. And on top of that, Mercury is retrograde. And Mercury kind of likes to throw a little wrench into the system. You know, that's part of the definition of the word mercurial. And so it's a little bit of a trickster. And but in this case, I don't have the feeling like it's really trying to trick you. I think this is really more about trying to go a little bit deeper and, you know, delve into your past and rework some things, rethink some things, reconsider some things, re-envision some things. And then once you do that, then you'll be able to truly move forward, setting foot on a new path in your life, okay? Now, eclipses are very much about life changes, okay? Like closing one chapter, opening a new chapter. And it's going, the closer it is to aspecting something in your chart, the more powerful it will be, okay? So, as an example, I'll just use an example from my own life because, it's obviously so present for me. It's a very good example, was that I had the full moon eclipse, which was on May 26th, exactly over my nodes and my Mercury retrograde. So I have Mercury retrograde conjunct the South Node in Sagittarius, so the moon was right over that. And again, Mercury rules Gemini, which flipped me right back to the Sun conjunct the North Node in Gemini right over my North Node, okay? So it was actually sort of like a preparation for my North Node return, because my North Node is at 4 degrees where the eclipse was. At the time of that total full moon eclipse, the North Node was actually at 10 degrees, okay? So I haven't technically reached my North Node return yet. It won't be exact until September 15th. This is all about an unfolding story, okay? A life story takes some time to unfold. It doesn't happen overnight, okay? But it's beginning. Something is ending so that something new can begin. And as far as astrology is concerned, the new moon eclipse conjunct Mercury retrograde is landing right on my progressed Jupiter, which then takes me back to Sagittarius, which is my 6th and 12th house axis, okay? Which is the axis of outer work and inner work. And whenever you want to get some understanding about what is this eclipse going to bring in your life, especially if it is aspecting something very closely in your natal or progressed charts, it is going to have a life-changing effect for you. If you want to know what that's going to look like, go back 19 years, okay? So since this is 2021, 19 years ago would be 2002. And so that's going to, go back to basically end of May 2002. And ask yourself what was happening. Well, for me, it was like, this is like so clear, like black and white. I was leaving my full-time job as a patent paralegal for a top nationwide law firm. And the reason why I was doing that was because even though it was a high-paying, cushy job, very prestigious, lots of security, I was so depressed. I mean, that time in my life was one of the most difficult. And I didn't like the work. I didn't want to be there. 9/11 was a huge wake-up call for me to realize that you could die at any moment. Those people were just like me. They went to work and they didn't go home that day. And that was a huge wake-up call for me, because I had to ask myself, is it worth it? And the answer kept coming back as no, it's not worth it. So I had to make a change. I finally saved up enough money, felt it was the right time to leave. Of course, the alignments, I'm sure, had something to do with it. And I ended up leaving that job. And that was what set me on my journey of becoming self-employed, which I have never regretted. And I absolutely love my life now. I've made my dreams come true. And it doesn't mean my life is perfect. I still have challenges. But I wouldn't change it for the world and go back and go back to doing what I was and spend the past 20 years doing that, 19 years doing that. Absolutely not. So when you look at that, then you can say, okay, well, that gives me an idea of what this is about. And so for me, it's telling me I'm starting a new phase in my career. And I'm pretty sure that's publication. I've talked to all of you who've been with me for a long time, know that I went through a 2-year Master of Fine Arts degree in creative writing. I have a novel, and it won first place in a contest, and an agent asked to see it, which I sent it to her. Unfortunately, that didn't work out, but everything's ready to go. I'm just looking for an agent, and I'm sure I'll get one soon, and that will set me on my new path in a new career. Doesn't mean I won't still do this, so don't worry about that. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight. They say it takes five published books before you can quit your day job. So, plus I enjoy astrology and YouTube, so you don't have to worry about it. So I'm not going away anytime soon. But that's how you can figure out what this eclipse is going to do in your life. Okay, go back 19 years. If it was making a profound aspect to your natal chart or progress chart, then you will see a significant change. And look back 19 years and that'll give you a clue about what it's about. So other than that, we've still got the Mars opposition to Pluto, but it's no longer being squared by the moon. The moon will come around to the other side, which will be the Libra side, and we'll square it again. So it may slightly reactivate that, whatever came up at that time. But mostly right now, when it's not in a T-square, it's just the injection of the Mars energy into the Pluto energy. It really fires up your passions, your obsessions, the things you just feel most intensely about, most motivated about, and you're going to make it happen. You've got the energy to make it happen. So that's a good thing. Just be patient until Mercury goes direct, which is later in the day on the 22nd. And then 2 days later, we have the June full moon on the 24th. And so that slight window is a good time to do the things you need to do, but not before Mercury goes direct. Okay, so just be a little bit patient. That's it. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.